quick disclaimer before I start this video. There may be, at some point, some crying. So if you don't like that, just click off now. I'm going to try to hold myself back, but this is a different video to what I usually do. By the way, I'm holding this thing because my shirt won't hold it, so excuse that douchey look. But I am filming this because something pretty significant just happened in my life. This is not a trading video. It's not a crypto video. It's a bit of a personal update video. And that news is that I just settled on my own place in Dubai. It's very echoey in here because there's nothing in here right now. I literally just picked up the keys and came here, and I'm going to show you everything completely raw from the beginning, because by the time I'm done with this place, it's not going to look anything like it does now. So we're going to do a bit of a before and just show you what crypto has bought me. So I'm going to show you around, and maybe we'll do some inserts of the renovation inspiration, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll keep it a surprise. But then also I don't really know what I'm keeping it a surprise for, because I'm probably not going to document the process. So you may not see the after anyway. I don't know, should I? It's a bit weird, but anyway, we'll see what happens, hey? Let's go take a look around. But before we do, I want to show you the amenities first, because the amenities are a big part of why I chose this particular building in this area. So we'll go do that, and then we'll come back for the apartment tour. Show you the gym, which is really annoying because the gym is really beautiful. It reminded me of the one that I had back home when I was in Melbourne, but for some reason my access card wouldn't work. So yeah, we had to skip that bit. But like I said, the amenities are a big part of why I chose this particular building in this location. It's got an amazing pool that overlooks the palm, and then it's got that gym that I told you about, and it's got like meeting rooms and yeah, heaps of stuff down there, the most beautiful views. So that was part of why I chose this particular building. And then it came down to picking the actual apartment. And before I show you the apartment, let's talk about the area. So this is a little island that sits, if you know Dubai, or even if you haven't been here, you've probably heard of the palm, right? The big man-made palm structure that they have that's pretty much known worldwide. So where I live is this little island that sits right in front of that. So it has these beautiful views of the ocean and the palm and, you know, all of the magnificent things. There are so many yachts out on the water right now. I'm going to show you in a sec. But it's very inspirational. It's really beautiful. And it's one of the only areas in Dubai that doesn't have super heavy traffic that is by the water. So if we go that way, which I'll show you in a sec, that's 𝗟𝗶𝗃, which is very touristy, and the traffic is a nightmare. And if we go onto the palm, like if you actually wanted to live on the palm, there's only one way in and one way out. So the traffic there is really hectic too. Whereas this island is really small and the buildings are limited, so that you can't have oversupply here. And it's almost complete. There's a few more buildings that will come up over the next couple of years, but it's always going to be a private area, it's also got its own private beaches. So as long as you live in this area, you can access the beaches, but you can't if you don't live here. So those are the reasons why I chose this area and this building. And now let's take a look at the actual apartment. Okay, so as we walk in, this is the first view that you see. Now, just keep in mind, almost nothing is going to look the way that this looks right now once I'm done with it, other than the view. So really all we're caring about is the view. On this side, we have the marina view, and if I walk closer, you'll see that this is where all of the boats dock. They're kind of all out right now because it's heading into the weekend, so everybody's actually out. You can see over there, everybody's out on the water already. And then on this side, we have this view. So this is the entire view in the main living space. Now, over here, let me go this way. So in the corner over there, that is 𝗟𝗶𝗃 Beach. And then that little eye thing there, that's the Dubai Eye. And actually in the morning or through most of the day, you can see people skydiving right here. So that's really cool as well. And then when we come over here, this is the palm. And the sun is setting actually. Let's go and take a look. Oh, it's really hot out here today. But that is the sun. Look how big it is setting over the palm. It is really, really pretty. And look, you can see all the yachts out. Everybody living their best life. And here's me sitting on top of the mountain like a queen that I am. I'm only joking. Okay, so this is the kitchen. Let me just close this now. All right, so this is the kitchen. It's a decent size, but I hate the colors. I'm not a brown person, so all the brown has to go. And actually the kitchen is going to be the feature of this whole room. So I'm not going to tell you anything about it other than to say it won't look anything like this when I'm done with it. Okay, so let's go to this corridor now. And on the left here, you have a guest bathroom. Ahead you have a laundry, and on the right you have what is currently the main bedroom. So I'm going to change all of this completely and get rid of absolutely everything here, and the door will probably be somewhere here. So this entire corner of the apartment is going to end up being the master. I'll tell you where I'm going to move the guest bathroom and the laundry later. So for now, this is the finishes of the bathrooms. Gross, all brown, gross, don't like it, not my style. So that will completely change, but this will all be gutted anyway and just completely opened up. And then this is the laundry, which look, I can't even really get it nicely in frame, but for an apartment in Dubai, this is actually a huge laundry. Like we usually get like cupboard doors in a hallway and then just your washing machine and then that's it. But this is actually a room, which is good. And I'm going to keep a big laundry, but not there. And then we go into here, which is currently the master. This is the current wardrobe space, which if you're getting the idea, then you're probably putting two and two together that this is absolutely not going to be enough space for me. That's why we're stealing the laundry. So that's what's there currently. Again, all going to be gutted, all taken out. And this is currently the master bathroom. Shower's pretty big, but again, what's with the brown, dude? What is with the brown? Double sink here. And then just the toilet behind. And then when we come out here, this is the view for the master bedroom. So when you wake up in the morning, this is the first thing you'll see. So this is that side of the apartment. Now we're going to go down to the second wing, which is over here. Oh, wait, before we do that, let me go back because I want you to have this vision. Wait, just vision it with me, okay? So we wake up and we see this and we want to thrive, right? Because we want one of them. We want one of those yachts down there. So this tells us, get out of bed, bitch. So we get out of bed And then we come down here, which won't look anything like this because, oh, I didn't tell you what I was going to do to it. So I'm going to gut all of this and I'm going to make it a much larger master bathroom with a standalone bath, a steam shower, a sauna, everything like that, and then a big walk-in wardrobe, right? With an island and all that sort of stuff. So the actual door will be here. So now, imagine, that's what you wake up to. Then you come out here, and this is the first thing you see. And you've got to imagine, it's too late now because they're all finished. But as you wake up, you're going to see people skydiving here, living their best life, which again is just, to me, so motivating. I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. And then we're going to have our morning coffee here. And then we're going to go down to this wing. So this is the second side. And this is where currently the other bedrooms are. So this is one spare bedroom, which this is probably going to be used as my studio for filming my content. So we're going to have to put some heavy soundproofing because it's very echoey in here right now. But again, just check out that view. This is an absolute dream come true. I can't even explain it, and I'm going to stop because I'm going to get emotional, but we'll get emotional later. This is the second bedroom, which is the third bedroom after the master. So this will be the room for my daughter when she comes to stay, and similar view. It's got the Dubai Eye there, and yeah, big balcony. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. These two bedrooms have this shared bathroom. Designers, stop doing shower over baths. Just pick one. No more of that anymore. And as you can see, it's all brown. So this will all change as well completely, but we'll keep this where it is because it's in a good position, but we're going to change the aesthetics completely. We'll turn this into a bedroom. All the floors are going to change because they're shiny and also gross. And then that will be the studio. Now over here is the maid's room. So in Dubai, it's very common that most apartments will come with a maid's room. And so it's just a little room. If you have a maid, they would stay there. And she gets her own little bathroom as well. So I don't need all of this space, right? So what I'm going to do is pinch some of this space. Don't know exactly where, but I'm going to pinch some of this space and I'm going to turn this into the guest toilet and the laundry. So this is enough space to be the laundry that I'm going to steal from the other side. So yeah, that's how I'm going to change it. So in this building, I was actually tossing up between two different apartments. There was this one, and there was another one that faced that way. So it had full palm views, but it was on a much lower floor. So the views they kind of felt like they were eye level, you know? So you didn't really feel like you were on top, and you kind of need to be quite a bit above it to see the different fronds of the palm. But mind you saw the Atlantis and the Royal Atlantis, so it had some really good views as well. And so I was tossing up between that one and this one, and I couldn't make up my mind. But then in the end, Trinae came to visit from Australia, and I took her to show her a few different ones, and she said, it's got to be this one, because simple fact is there's views from every room. So she was right about that. With that one, it had beautiful views in the living space that had the full palm, but in every bedroom you looked into the other building. So yeah, you wouldn't get the same wake up experience, the same wake up, get out of bed, work bitch experience. So I chose this one. I'm very happy with it. When I first moved to Dubai, the first thing that made me just get that attachment and say, yes, I need to move here, was when I actually stayed there at the 𝗟𝗃 Beach Resort. And I had this same view, and every night the Dubai Eye would light up, and it was so beautiful to watch. And I would just go and sit on the beach at JBR and watch it light up. And yeah, so it's all very good memories here. And yeah, I'm ready to thrive, you know. But fun fact, if you want to check out the one that I didn't choose, I actually have a secret TikTok account and I don't do any trading stuff on it. I just do my personal life stuff. So I've done a few apartment tours on there from when I was actually searching. So if you want to check out the other one that I was choosing between, I'll leave my personal TikTok down below and you can check it out. Let me know if you think I made the right decision. I'll be very keen to know. And maybe I'll do my renovation progress on there. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really much of a vlogger. Feel like a bit of a dick doing it, but I also do want to document the process for myself because it's a major achievement and I really love design as well. So yeah, if I do it, I might do it on TikTok, probably not YouTube. But either way, whatever you think, if you think I should have chosen the other one or this one, I think I made the right choice. I think I do. I feel like I was guided as well to make the right choice. When I walked out of the title office, my agent and I went to get a coffee, and as I'm exiting the building, I just see these two birds just standing next to each other. Now, if you know me, you will know that birds to me symbolize my dad, because my dad used to collect birds and he was a big animal lover in general, and he had a collection of very rare birds. So every time, because you don't really see birds much in Dubai, so every time I see them, when they appear on my balcony or they come somewhere close to me, I always happen to see them in pairs, and I always take that as my sign that my dad's around. Because when I make big decisions like this, I can sometimes second guess myself because I have to make all of these decisions alone, you know? So there's no one really to bounce it off or to say, hey, have you thought of this? Have you thought of that? And so I have to do all of that due diligence myself and, yeah, hope that I've made the right decision. So, yeah, when I walked out of the title office and I saw those two birds, immediately that's when I got emotional and I was like, oh, okay, that's my sign, because I'm, like I say, I'm alone, but I'm not alone. Like, I feel very much like my dad is always around still and he's always guiding me, and those birds to me were a symbol of that. Yeah, when I walked out and I saw them, I started to get teary and I'm like blinking like this, like trying to get my eyes to dry up so I wouldn't cry. Because I'm like, how embarrassing. My agent would just be like, why on earth is this woman crying? She just bought her dream apartment. Like, what's wrong with her? But anyway, it was fine. No one noticed. But to me, it was like, yeah, you did make the right decision, girl. Don't look back. It's all moving forward from here. This is all happening because of everything that you've worked for to date. And it's just that coming to fruition. So yeah, I'm feeling very grateful. Yeah, like none of this would be possible without him, or without crypto, or if I didn't move here, if I didn't actually take that step. You know, I was talking to a friend last night who has known me since I was a very small channel on TikTok, wasn't even really on YouTube. And he was like, look how far you've come in such a short period of time, you know, and it's true. Like, it's only a couple of years ago I was living in Australia, I was miserable, and I always dreamed to come to Dubai, and just there was always something in me that was like, you want to live here. You know, there's two places in the world ever since I was young that I always wanted to visit. One was New York and the other was Dubai. And I don't know what it was. When I was young, I was always a city girl. I love the big bright lights, the cities of achievements, the cities of goals, cities of dreams, you know. All of that sort of stuff just really inspired me. And a couple of years before COVID, I just took off, went to New York and spent New Year's Eve watching the ball drop, which is like most people who live in New York don't even do that. But I was sitting there and I just felt so comfortable. I felt so at home. It was like 1 degree. It was pouring with rain. There was 1 million people, probably more, all like squashed into Times Square, and we were all completely drenched and just waiting for this ball to drop. We had to line up from like 3 p.m. and just wait there, no going to the bathroom, nothing. But it was the best experience of my life. And then, yeah, a couple of years ago, came here to realize the second dream. And I stayed here for a month just as a holiday. And then when I went home, I just knew that I had to come back and live here. Yeah, anyway, thanks for sharing the experience with me. It was just a random video. And one of my friends told me to sit here and journal for a bit about what it means to me to have achieved this. And that's what I'm going to do now, and catch you on the next trading update.
Da